wanted to give you guys an update about what has been going on for the past week and why there haven't been any videos. On Sunday, my daughter and wife and I came home from a birthday party to a bunch of missed calls and voicemails. I had my mother-in-law on the voicemail crying. I had my father-in-law on the voicemail yelling, trying to figure out what's going on. The sad thing is, we had no clue what was going on. We had just returned home from this party. Well, come to find out, my mother-in-law had a short conversation with my brother-in-law who was on his way from Kansas to visit us in Ohio. Along with him were my wife's aunt, my wife's uncle, and another family member, along with 2 dogs in a vehicle. What my mother-in-law was able to get from my brother-in-law was that they were in a major car accident somewhere on I-70, and my wife's aunt was possibly killed. Now, normally I wouldn't tell you guys a story like this because it is a very personal story as far as what all happened, but I want to emphasize something very important here. At that point in time, we had no other information. We knew not where they were. We knew nothing. And that's where this story begins. The story that I'm telling you is about the power of the internet. The accident happened at 2:40 Eastern Time on Sunday. And I knew that they were coming from Kansas to Ohio, and I knew that they were on I-70. So through deduction, I began to do Google searches. I first searched Kansas, I-70, accident, and filtered it for the past 2 hours. Then nothing showed up. So I did the same thing for Missouri. And sure enough, there was an accident about 40 minutes west of St. Louis in Missouri that kind of fit the description. And it was on a news channel. This bit of news was actually posted 30 minutes after the accident happened. But we still didn't know if it was them. So then I proceeded to use the internet to find out the Missouri Highway Patrol's phone number. I called the Missouri Highway Patrol, and they weren't able to give me a whole lot of information. All they could really tell me was that yes, there was an accident, and as the conversation with the state trooper progressed, they were able to, with roundabout ways, not really directly saying it, but kind of let me know that yes, this was the accident I was looking for. Without the internet, we would never have known where they were at. We were not able to get a hold of anybody. Nobody was answering their phone, and most likely because at that time they were all being transported to separate hospitals, which made things even worse. None of them were taken to the same hospital. But because of the internet, I was able to grab my mother-in-law, get in a car, and leave before we knew definitive information, but had a general idea of where we needed to go. And I just think that's amazing. And to give you an idea of the accident severity and the status of everybody. My wife's uncle was driving. He had a medical problem, swerved off the road. My brother-in-law kind of jumped over the back seat to grab the wheel to kind of correct before they hit the center barrier area. They hit the center barrier. They went back across the road, hit the fence on the outside, went back across the road again, hit the center barrier again, back across the road, hit the fence on the outside, and rolled 14 times. My brother-in-law, because he had gone over to try to grab the wheel to correct the vehicle, was actually pinned inside the vehicle, so he was not ejected, and that probably saved his life. The other family member, she was ejected and suffered only minor injuries. My brother-in-law only suffered minor injuries as well. My wife's uncle, he was ejected. He landed on the ground with the vehicle on top of him and was underneath the vehicle probably for about 30 to 40 minutes. And amazingly, while he's pretty badly beat up, the only broken bones he suffered was a broken nasal cavity. And then unfortunately, I have to report that my wife's aunt did pass due to the accident. It's a very sad day, and please pray for the family, because I know that the family is very devastated. Very devastated, and you know, it's very tough. I gotta tell you, it's very tough to see this, to witness this, to have a family member hurt like this in an accident. So please pray for the family, please. You know, if that's yeah. So yeah, the videos, I'll get the videos back going probably next week. I'll be back up to running Monday through Friday again. I'm going to try, I'd already shot some stuff, so I'm going to try to get Fridays posted, and I might get a Halloween one posted for Monday, but as of right now, I'm not going to do anything else really this week, maybe. I don't know. As of right now, we're just trying to pick up the pieces and get everything back together. So I thank you for your support. And, I just want to say thank you to the internet because, again, the point of me telling you this is to show that the internet has power. It has power to help in situations where help is needed. So, thanks, and you guys have a good weekend.